They said the moon turned red that night, not the soft red of a sunset, but the angry red of blood. It was a sign. A warning. Somewhere in the heart of Ukombozi, a boy named Jabali ran through the dark streets, clutching a rolled-up paper under his coat. He was only 15, but he had seen things no child should ever see. Smoke rose behind him. The air was filled with the smell of burning wood and something worse, gunpowder and fear. From the palace, bells rang 3 times. Danger. Betrayal. Death. Inside, Sultan sat in silence. His once proud face was tired. War had changed him. Around him stood the council of elders, waiting for him to speak. But he had no words. He only heard the drums, war drums, pounding in the distance. Outside the gates, the people chanted one name. Baraka. 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 Baraka, the man who once stood beside the Sultan, had returned, but not as a friend. He was leading an army. The drums grew louder. War was here. Baraka stood tall on a hill outside the city. His army stretched behind him like a river of fire. He looked down at Ukombozi, the place where he was born. He once believed in peace. He once believed in Sultan. But now, the people were suffering. The promises had been broken. "We move at dawn," Baraka said. His voice was calm, but his eyes were filled with rage. Beside him, Aking, his most trusted fighter, nodded. "The people are with us. Even those inside the palace." "Good," Baraka said. "Let them know. Freedom is coming." He raised his sword to the sky. The rebels cheered. Tomorrow, they would fight. Back in the city, fear crept like smoke through every home. People whispered in corners, wondering who to trust. Soldiers loyal to the Sultan patrolled the streets, but even they looked nervous. In a small, dark room, Jabali unrolled the paper. It was a secret message. "The gate will fall. Help them open it." He stared at the words. He knew what it meant. Someone inside the palace was helping Baraka. He had to choose. Stay silent or act. Before the sun rose, the scream tore through the city. The rebels had attacked the main gate. Boom! The sound of the blast shook the palace. Sultan ran to the window. Flames lit the sky. "We are under attack," shouted one of the guards. Inside the palace, chaos began. Some wanted to fight. Others wanted to surrender. But Sultan stood tall. "We will not fall. Not today." But deep down, he feared it was too late. As the rebels marched in, people fled their homes. Mothers held their children. Old men fell to their knees. The city was crying. Jabali ran through the crowds, looking for his sister. She was missing. "Nia," he shouted. "Where are you?" A hand grabbed his shoulder. It was a rebel. "Where are you running, boy?" Jabali stared at him. He knew this man. It was Uncle Bwana, who had joined Baraka. "I'm looking for Nia. Please, help me." Uncle Bwana nodded. "Stay close. This is just the beginning." In the palace hall, the council of elders argued. "We must surrender. We must fight. We should have listened to Baraka before." Sultan raised his hand. "Enough." They went silent. "We will not be ruled by fear," he said. "We must speak to Baraka. Maybe there's still time." But outside, the war raged on. Baraka walked through the city gates. People watched from behind closed windows. Some cheered. Some cried. He raised his hand. "No more war," he said. "We take the palace, but we do not harm the people." He entered the palace, sword in hand. Sultan waited for him. They looked at each other. Two old friends, now enemies. You came for power, Sultan said. I came for justice, Baraka answered. Baraka sat on the Sultan's throne. The council stood before him. You let the people suffer, he said. Now, you must answer. Some council members begged for mercy. Others stayed silent. Sultan stood tall. Do what you must. But know this, power without wisdom destroys all. Baraka looked at him, then turned away. Lock them in the chamber. We will decide their fate. That night, Baraka stood alone on the balcony. The city was quiet. Too quiet. He had won. But at what cost? A king came to him. The people are still afraid. I know, Baraka said. I thought taking the throne would be enough. But the pain runs deeper. He looked at the moon, white again. How do we heal a broken city? Sultan was taken to a small room. Jabali slipped in through the shadows. You're Jabali, Sultan said. Why are you here? To ask you something, the boy said. Did you ever care about us? The people. Sultan was quiet. I tried. But I failed. Jabali nodded. Then help Baraka. Help him not make the same mistake. The next morning, Baraka opened the gates of the palace. He walked into the city with no crown, no sword. Just words. Let the people speak. Let us build again. Some believed him. Some didn't. But for the first time, there was hope. Jabali and Nia stood in the crowd, watching. Do you think it's really over? She asked. I don't know, he said. But it's a start. The war had ended. The fires had died. But the echoes of war still lived in every wall, every street, every heart. Baraka ordered schools to be built and food to be given to the hungry. He worked without rest. Sultan, though no longer king, remained in the city. He taught the children about peace, about choices. And on the first day of every new year, the people of Ukombozi gathered to say 3 words together. Never again. Never again.